Greetings, I'm Veronica Douglas Gavan, and I am the Family Advocate and Community Outreach Coordinator at the New Haven Adult and Continuing Education Center. And I am passionate about my work. And I say that because I have to be passionate about what I do every day. And I know first and foremost that education is power and education brings about options. So before coming here, I worked in television for 25 wonderful years. I know my community and my community knows me. And the work that I do has been highlighted in a wonderful, wonderful way. So when I came here, I wanted to make sure that my work was authentic and that I was going to be able to help to change the trajectory of lives and the mindsets and generational issues, and someone calls them curses, that some people deal with each and every day. And I'm able to do that. Family advocate. You may wonder, well, what does that mean? What do you do with the families? Well, first of all, everyone is connected to someone. And every student that walks through my door has either been hurt by an adult or is longing for that adult relationship in their life. So I help with reconnections, or I become that adult in their lives that help them change the trajectory of their lives. I love my work because I'm able to see the outcomes. And speaking of that, I have one of my wonderful graduates of 2015. When I tell you I am so proud of this young lady, because every time I talk to her, there's an immediate bond. I told her, myself, our former principal, Alicia Carabello, and our former principal, Glenn Worthy, we said, we are not leaving you. This is not the end. We are going to follow you and know what you're doing through Miss V. So make sure you stay in touch. And she's done just that. Miss Mercedes Torres, 2015 graduate, how are you?
Hi, Miss V.
Hello.
One thing I can say is I wouldn't be where I'm at without Miss V. She takes her job very seriously. Miss V is somebody that I can consider a second mother. When I went into adult education, I was not the brightest. I was not the most promising student. To me, I was actually nothing. But when I tell you, when the day that I met Miss V, she changed my life forever. I was getting ready to go home because of a belt, and it was a studded belt. And I literally went in there cussing the teachers out, cussing the security out, telling them I'm not taking my belt off. This is stupid. I'm not going to kill nobody with no belt. And I literally walked out the building. As I'm waiting for the bus to go home, Miss V pulled up and she looked at me and she grabbed my hand and she walked me right back into the school. And let me tell you one thing that changed my life forever.
But you know what? There is something about you. Because what I say to the students is that you have to do the work. And I remember how you didn't give up. You were doing the work while you were finishing and completing, getting your high school diploma. Then you had the audacity to say, I'm going to get my CNA license too. Then we find out you just happen to be pregnant, but nothing stopped you. Talk about the tenacity to continue with all of that going on.
With especially my personal life, everything going on, my mother being a drug addict and my father being nowhere in the picture, basically going from house to house, I didn't really see a promising future. So when I actually was able to go to school and finish and actually do the hard work that I had to put in to make sure my future was set, I did have an unexpected surprise. And he is now 5 years old. I would say Miss V, she did everything in her power to make sure that me and my son were going to be the best people that we can be. When I tell you when I had to work 2 jobs, go to school, make sure that I'm getting my credits. And Miss V was right there, like, did you bring your papers in? Did you do your homework? Miss V, you're just amazing, man.
But you're amazing as well because you, again, you didn't stop. You did not stop and you're still thinking about what's next. What's next? What can I do? What can I do? And what I wanted to tell you always, and I know I said this one day when we got into an argument, I said, oh, excuse me, this is not about you anymore. This is about that little boy. Remember that? Remember that little back and forth we had?
Yes,
And
yes.
you burst out in tears and you were like, I know, that's why I'm trying to do this and that. And you were doing it. And sometimes people just need someone in their life to just help with the blueprint.
You definitely helped me lay out. You helped me lay out a blueprint. You helped me figure out the steps I needed to take. You helped me graduate. You stayed in my corner when I didn't have a mother to do that. You were the only one that was there for me when I graduated and I walked the stage. You were the one who convinced me to take my graduate pictures because I was not having it. I just told you I wanted to just get my diploma. I told you I just wanted to get out. I didn't care about it. And you were one person that told me I will regret it if I don't do it. And because of you, I have my diploma to look back on. I have my picture of my cap and gown. I have my son that I look at every day. And it makes me want to cry because I would say if it wasn't for you and the work that you do, the connections that you have, I would not be where I'm at today.
I thank you for allowing me in your life. All these years later, you're still in my life. Mercedes, tell the other graduates, I want you to talk to them because there's going to be some graduates watching who are going to think that, well, I can't make it. Maybe she had it easy, but when I met you, you were about to get evicted.
Hear my words. When I was down with nothing, when I had nobody in my corner, when I was just about to give up on life itself, just having Miss V, having her support, I'm telling you, it will get by. Just having somebody in your corner to say, don't give up, you got this, Not everybody has that, because I sure didn't have it. And being able to get up every day when I didn't have the willpower to get up and go to school every day, to go to my classes every day, to get up, catch the bus every day, to make sure I don't wear that same belt every day, to get to school and do it, because there's always that light at the end of the tunnel that's waiting for you. And I'm telling you, coming from me, I thought I was going to be nothing, you guys. And even then, I put in 100% because I didn't want to go home. I didn't want to go home to that lifestyle where it was nothing there for me. I always wanted to be in school because I felt like I had my family there. I had people supporting me. I had Miss V out of all people. Like, don't give up, guys. You got it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I could sit here and talk to you all day, but I wanted you to hear from one of my students who can tell you that when you put in the work, that when you have the audacity to say, I will graduate by any means necessary, you can do it. And we will be there for you. And it wasn't just me. At one time, we had a round robin of people who would bring Mercedes to school at 8 o'clock in the morning. And people jumped in to make it happen. So I believe in the village concept. And I believe that every child deserves a village, particularly if the family is struggling. But thank you for letting me be a part of your family. And I know the best is yet to come.
Yes,
Definitely.
yes. And
Definitely.
thank you for taking me on a wreck, a mess, a havoc, and distress. So thank you, Miss V, for all that you've done for me and my family.
It's not about how you start that is important. It's about how you finish. Thank you so much. Go to my email if you have any questions about the work that we do here. But COVID didn't stop the work. It's just changed the flow of the work. I'm Veronica Douglas. We'll see you soon. Make sure you register for school. The struggle is real, but the possibilities are endless. Thank you.